Hi there, and welcome to another Midweek Memo. This week on our Real Lives on the Midweek Memo, we've got James Cook joining us to tell us a little bit about what it looks like living as a Christian for him. James, thank you so much for joining us on the Midweek Memo. Tell us a little bit, what's your life like Monday to Friday in particular?
I drive trucks and coaches for a living for a big truck retailer in Croydon.
Okay, so give us a feeling. What's a typical day in the life?
Today, first of all, I was driving a horse box to give it a road test, and then I had to go and pick a prison van up for it to be serviced.
Okay, I love it. We got the picture. We're seeing you there driving your prison vans. But look, life is varied in that job. But like everyone, you're in this church, you're trying to live out your life as a Christian. What difference does it make to you to be a Christian in your workplace?
I try to do it in a conscientious manner, and I know that God's sitting beside me in the cab all the time, from the time I passed my test to today, and what I was doing, manoeuvring large vehicles in a very small yard.
Now, you were telling me a little bit of a story about where you've kind of seen God's providence in your life there.
Yeah, I've only just started this job, and you have to renew your HGV license every 5 years. You have to have a full medical. Now, the problem is, at the moment, is Swansea and COVID, so everything's slowed up. And I was starting this job 10 days ago, and I still didn't have my license. But it arrived 3 days before I started the job, and I just thank God for that.
Okay, so what difference does being a Christian make to how you do your job?
I try to do it with integrity. I try to do it professionally, and that means checking the vehicle out for its roadworthiness before I start a journey. And there are some companies in my industry who decide that they want to work slightly the wrong side of the law, running overweight, running bald tyres. It's got to be safe for everybody's safety, not only the employer, but everybody else on the road. And that's really important. And it puts me in a very difficult position when employers ask you to do things that are slightly the wrong side of the law.
Now, you're a guy who's, you're an open guy. You love a chat. You've met all sorts of people over your time. Just tell me, what's it been like kind of trying to witness to the people around you? Just give us a feel.
Yeah, I recently bumped into one of my new work colleagues who came into the mess room and declared that everybody wasn't equal. I thought it was a strange statement to make, and I said as much. And then it transpired, we had a little conversation. He's a Muslim from Albania. I then told him that I was a Christian, and he acknowledged that Jesus was a prophet. And I said, well, Jesus was is my saviour. And I said I respected his religion, and his dream is that all Muslims will be as one. And for the Christian church, that is my dream for the Christian church as well.
Yeah. Well, James, thanks so much for giving us a little bit of a snapshot of your life in being a Christian day to day. Many thanks to James Cook for giving us another Real Life on the Midweek Memo. Following the decision to relax the COVID regulations from the 19th of July by the government, we've been giving some thought as to how we can reopen as a church. The good news is that although we're still waiting for some finalised guidance to come out, we think we will be able to sing again together in person, and we're all greatly looking forward to that. Our aim is to encourage as many people as we can safely accommodate to join us in person in the building. But alongside that, we also want to ensure that all those who, for whatever reason, are joining us online continue to feel really connected to us as a church. Now, we appreciate that everyone's in a different situation, and people will have different opinions about what kind of speed we should be relaxing our position and how we should be changing what we're doing. And we appreciate your patience with us in this. But this is what we've decided to do. The first Sunday after the reopening is the 25th. That Sunday is also the day that we're marking Ben and Tors's farewell. And so it's a day where lots of us will want to be in church together. We've increased the capacity for that day, but we are still limiting it. So please do sign up in the links below in the description to join us in person on that day. From August onwards, we're going to introduce a simpler sign-up system. That means that you can just turn up on the day, register, and be there. We'll be giving you some more information about how you can do that in upcoming midweek memos. And finally, as we get to the end of August, we'll be reviewing our position, and we expect to make further changes as September arrives. As we do this, please be praying for us. Please do pray for wisdom and guidance for us as a leadership as we try to make the right decisions. And let's all continue to be assured of the great promise that we know in Romans 8:28, that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who've been called according to his purpose. So there's a couple of notices. Looking further ahead, now one more straight in front of us for this Sunday. Please do join us if you would like to this Sunday in the evening at 6:30. We've got a slightly different evening service. It's going to be our youth takeover. That comes as the culmination of our Back on the Bus program. It'll be for youth, but for anyone who wants to come and join us on that day. Perhaps see you there. Thanks for joining us.